All right, let's start off tracking Dorian. It is a Category 5. The winds have died down a little bit. Who cares? It's still 165-mile-an-hour sustained winds. Could you imagine? Devastating blow to the Bahamas. You can see it there in northwestern Bahamas, Grand Bahama Island. You've got Freeport in the mix. And look at the forward motion. There is none. It's just sitting there. Isn't it amazing? It's just absolutely amazing. I think it's moving at about 1 mile an hour. Now, it is going to pick up a little bit of speed in the next 24 hours, but still, these folks have got another 24 hours to 36 hours of some very, very rough weather. Keep a good thought for them. Lots of prayers for them. These are hurricane warnings that have been issued now for Florida, a good portion of the coastline of Florida. Hurricane watches are up, and tropical storm watches and warnings have been posted to the south of this area. This red is all of the hurricane warnings that you can see, and there are some mandatory evacuations now starting to take place as the storm is expected to get very close to the Florida coastline. Not expected to make a direct hit, but the storm surge, the winds, the whole 9 yards. This is not going to be a good storm for Florida at this point. Again, not a direct hit. If you have relatives that live along the eastern seaboard of Florida, encourage them to go inland away from this storm because it's going to give a devastating glancing blow. Now, as the storm continues, how is it going to impact Connecticut? Well, this is about Thursday around 2 o'clock in the morning or late Wednesday night. It's still down off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. And then it starts making its way towards, you can see, just to the off the coastline, approaching the Delmarva Peninsula, and then it scoots out to the east, the south and east of Connecticut. This is by Friday night into Saturday morning. So Friday, during the day, we could have showers and some possible thunderstorms and some gusty winds. And then Saturday is looking like a much better day. This is the European model. We start to see a little bit of an impact. This is, again, around 4:30 in the morning on Friday. Here's New Jersey. So you can see the storm system is still well to the south. And as it continues to make its way on up, this is Connecticut, the coastline here. Just started to see the fringe effects of the storm system. This is Friday afternoon. And then Friday late in the day, the storm system starts to make a departure out of here and goes to the north and to the east. So we say goodbye. And here comes Saturday. It looks like a beautiful day of weather. A little bit of instability to the north of us, but for us here in Connecticut, it is looking good. Everybody loves a good spaghetti plot model. Now, what is this? This is when we take all the different models and we throw them on the same map together. And you can see there's a fairly consistent path here, climbing up the eastern seaboard. No direct hit, but a glancing blow to the coastline. Could be very, very close call for the coastlines of South Carolina and North Carolina. So we're talking about Hilton Head and Myrtle Beach, all of those, those tourist destinations that are so jam-packed over Labor Day weekend. So not a good scenario. All right, our Channel 3 early warning radar scanning the state dry. Good morning, everybody. It's time to rise and shine. The Storm Prediction Center has placed Connecticut in the in the marginal risk category, not the slight risk category. This is like level 1, but some of the storms could be strong to severe a little bit later on this afternoon. It's a pleasant start. It's beautiful skyline this morning. Thunderstorms can be expected this afternoon, and some of those thunderstorms could pack a punch. The severity of the weather is potential. There is the potential for some severe weather. 56 degrees right now, 53 in Willington. Looking like a pretty good start out there. We'll take a look at a little time-lapse photography of our state capitol. You can see the sun just starting to come up in the last couple of images here. Just an absolutely gorgeous start out there. And today, unfortunately, brings rain, showers, and thunderstorms this afternoon through this evening. Make sure you have a safe haven to get to in the event some of these storms roll through. And then your 7-day forecast includes a better day tomorrow, a warmer day, 85 degrees. It'll be humid. It'll be humid on Wednesday with showers and thunderstorms expected. That's the result of a cold front that's going to move through. Still not Dorian. Dorian doesn't have any impact on us until Friday. And that could be in the form of showers, some heavy downpours, and some gusty winds. And then the storm makes a departure out to the north and to the east and away from Connecticut. So Saturday morning, depending on what model you believe, you might be dealing with some showers. But then Saturday and Sunday looking pretty good at this point. Windy on Saturday, but less wind on Sunday. And the weekend coming up looks pretty good.
And it kind of depends on how quickly it moves, right? Because it's just stalled right now.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It is just stalled out there, and the Bahamas are just taking it right on the chin. It's just a horrible scenario for those folks.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly keep an eye on it. Scott, thank you.
You're
We'll be
welcome.
back right after this. Stay with us.